Yeah, man, lonesome up. Lonesome up. Yeah, man, me there, man. There. Well, then some a little bit late. Well, better late than we not turn up, We have to turn up, because, we have to keep the people, them, keep it real and honest and keep on, All government and all the world them accountable. Because that's what they are for, We're in a business, All right, so two things I want to do in a one. Two things I want to do right now in a one. First thing I want to do, you remember prison food? And someone write, and I say, how much a box food? And box food, come on, you have to get real, man. I'm gonna tell them get real. So I'm gonna show now what them share in a prison today. See? I think I put it up on the thing, them showing how the banana look, what them carrying there. Them they now fit for human consumption, man. So the money spent. If you carry rotten food, and you go there, make you show the rotten food. How is it when they say when they spend $500 million and how much money for to feed people? What they do is sit down and work it out, and I compare to the box of food, which that don't make no sense. Because every person who have a home, it has sit down and work out a box of food. I remember just work it out again, food. Stop the foolishness. When you have a box, you buy a box of food outside, and you want to buy Kentucky. That I mean the Kentucky value that. But Kentucky got fry them chicken and sell it. For the cost of chicken when they use island thing. Plus, them have to pay all of the workers. Them have to pay them, the whole of them staff. Them have to pay them overhead bill, them light and thing, buy back chicken, do everything, and pay for them license. And then government tax and everything is a business. But that don't mean say, as so much money for the chicken itself. You just have to pay for your service. All right, so I can look at the food in a prison. As is to the food. Let me just look on it. Let me look more I see the big plate of food where them get. Go on the feast them get. That's why the people them cook for themselves. Just look on it, just the insipidness alone. Yo, me never want that. But let me just see what I want. Let me look on the food. This are the food.
Tell you how much $1 million feed we are prison. Like here, any more of them get got more sure them bring them big old bucket every day. So them sure them dog food.
See food there?
Lord, because them know say what cook we not eat. What this?
Look at the bread.
As the breeze sketchy tough like
Alright, see where you get there? Hello. So that yeah man. So who said this? See the black water there? See look at the rice thing, look at them thing. These are the food. These are the food, yeah? So who say now the money where they must spend? It's okay. Me I tell you say no okay. Foolishness. So me just show you this. And me I show you this. Look.
Alright.
Them carry them at today.
Yeah man, this are today. So these are the 500 million, $500 million we spend. See food there? So me I show it. No worries.
Look at the food now.
Alright.
That look like some maggot, that not like some dead sitting with some maggot or something. Then you say 500 million. And this are them blah blah. They would eat this. It's better them thing I kill people, man. They are talk about, man. And yeah, some people, oh, don't come look up, don't look up nothing to me. In your main man. And everybody go there and not care what you do, you have to treat people with a better thing. You have people rehabilitation and thing. But you say you claim you spend the money. I mean I say look at the little thing with the food in it too. And I like no big nothing. See, I wait again and ask a man how much a pound for chicken back. Because man have them hard plate and can cook. So I better buy 1 pound of chicken back. Buy 2 pounds of rice. I don't know if you have spend $150 for the 2 pounds of rice. And a pound of chicken back for even not $200, $250. That can serve for the whole day. One man never eat half 2 pounds of rice for the whole day. Good. If you buy 2 pounds of flour, it's a little cheap. I'm not going to eat that for the whole day. See? So he could have cooked himself. That look like some maggot kind of meat and thing with maggot catch, yeah? Look at the banana. After the food, this me I talk about, So me I show you, Me not show you in a long time, nothing, This are look at the little plate where them put it in. This are today food. And the banana where me I show you today food, this. See? Yeah, I'm tell you this.
All right. So who want that now, yeah?
Look on the food.
So this are the prison food. And this are the banana
Banana with
them
them
to
give
eat,
them.
yeah? They eat, yeah?
People them not gonna eat that. Take it up back and get dog. So, you know, inhumane of course. And I care what nobody wanna say, you know, them thing are wrong. Unless we have a heart of stone, you know. We just think evil against everybody. I don't realize say you cannot drive the car, you bump somebody, you know. There are somebody tell lie upon you, you can't back it again up in the same way. And you know, we a mask like Nziga King, shall we a mask and get spray and still get wrong and end up in a some lockup. And like the youth end up for a month because they couldn't pay me look some food and end up in a must GP or one of the prison them. Same? But this is how them give people for eat. Look on them, yeah. Eh? Yeah, man. And then get this big money.
This are today.
Eh?
Yeah, man, this are today. So
Yeah,
these are
man.
the 500 million. Half a billion we spend. Seafood there.
Jeez, I look at them up there, man. And this is who they? Yeah. All right, let me see this. In this country. Oh, more talk to the bedroom, you know. So in the investigator told me that 30 police officers involved along with 6 lawyers and 2 judges. He told me I do not exist in this country. Judges sign. I have but throw me in jail. How is it possible to do understand this loophole? Okay. So the US Embassy refused to do anything to help. All right, this is that virgin from overseas. Well, send every video come give me. I'm a cameraman, I'm a hear him. See me? Everything in what business in life, what do you do with rights, what do you with rights? See my overseas, you must talk to me now. I want them, I say me can't talk, I call them and say me can't, and me can't get him code to him, I have him come up the system and talk to him. See? He will want to talk to me because them doing something in a Jamaica. And yeah, man, bless. Can I send you a code and you come up in the studio? You just log on and come in the studio. I can do that. I will send you a code. I will send you a code right now. Yeah, I'm gonna send you that. You all right? I'm gonna send you a link. You click on the link. If you're on YouTube, then you just log in and then you just come right up in the studio. I'm gonna send you a link so you can talk to people, can see you. Okay? I'm on live. I'm gonna do it now, right now. Okay? Cool. Okay. All right. So may I make him come talk and talk him thing them, you know? All right. Doing this now, doing it now. And do and see them do a lot of protests and them thing there. I mean, I take it out and see it. See it there. But him injustice. So we want to see him injustice where him get in a Jamaica. When him there at Jamaica. So when you see the kind of food there, shall be easy enough family. Yeah, man. When you see the kind of food, hey, remember say they can come up in a June, you know. So shall be, you know, the whole of the man them can over your side that I keep, you know. So make sure the whole of the man them up, you know. Me soon put up the thing and tell you about it, man. Because you already the upfront and them thing. They say. So me soon put up the whole of that and tell and all of them can reach and thing. You soon see me fling up the thing up there. See? Yeah, man, Jamaica against Canada and I have fling UK night too, you know. Back at the Giants. And then we have set up I finish set up the show now with like Nadine Sutherland and some other one and them thing. They say. So I can do that too, you know. So me could just go on this. Let me send this to the brethren. Yeah. When I feed them, you know, in the let me come talk to you. Let me send the thing to you. Let me send the thing to you, but let me just invite you. I'm gonna talk to him. Let me just do this. Let me do this and talk to him. So the food and the money what them a talk about. Me not ask about the money people ever trying. Them they're not food, them they're garbage. This a garbage. Nobody you can imagine that look how that look nasty, man. That look like rotten flesh or something, man. And them rice thing that look like a maggot, man. You can't cook this keeper, man. Not even argue cook this key. You'd not. All right, man. Send it now. Sending it now. I can send it now. See? Not even a argue cook this key. And you now cook this key hard. And that and this a joke, this a serious something. See? Not even a hard. Alright. So this is what them talk about and the amount of money them spend, and me I tell them say this a foolishness. So me just play it back and me show it again. Me show it tone again. So you see it. See that? See there?
Tell you how much $1 million feed we are prison. Like here, any money where them get got to them, we to make sure them bring them big old bucket every day. So them sure them dog food. See me? Them dog food load, cause them know say yeah, we cook we not eat. On this. As the breeze sketchy, tough like concrete.
You see what them get? So that amount that matter anything at all. When I eat that, them can't contribute.
Wait.
See there?
No worries. No worries, no self. Let's show it. Alright? Cool.
That tough like a concrete. You understand? So that a crap. We're going to look a while. Okay. So we're going to look a while. Me just get knocked down. Yeah. Yeah, man. Just get knocked off. All right. So me just show no what going in the prison and the food. What am I talking about? Foolishness. Because I like have my thing them fresh enough. See? So me just show no what going in the food. Next thing now, I run go to St. Thomas. I want to talk to a virgin from in this state where him said the police them doing something wrong. Terrible. See? Someone want to talk to him.
The prison
See?
For them.
So me flick up this and talk to about the police in a St. Thomas now. You remember the same police when they in Kelly when they come for
a two shop this him have been a one, you know. Two shop.
It's the same police who come from the thing that the other day. We come for a film shop this, one I'm shop this, yeah? Yeah, man, I'm shop this. Police, him just crash and sick and them thing there, and then him have real bike shop with real bikes and everything I sell. So I'm just showing you, see 2 of the bike, around 4 of them they put out. Brand new bike and everything. I would have tell them about 200,000 Jamaica and them start from floor. Sell parts and sell bike. Bike not so cheap. Yeah? I wanna go with that. And I mean when I tell that man. Tell that to somebody else. You understand? Anyway, me yes, I'm investigating. But to never stop it, man. We cannot deal with corruption and just leave everybody out there, nobody knows nothing. Me know that with no guy. Saying? Me have follow the model. I start from top. You need to start from the top. You want to get a better Jamaica, you start from the top. You understand? We can just, you know, a man just do him one do and them things. Me not work with that. See? Your police, just make sure everything up there, make sure everything right. You see me I say? Make sure everything good. When you're police. See? Yeah, man. Yeah, please make sure everything we're not playing. Start from the top. Yeah. No man, you just need for us follow. Just sign in with your YouTube channel and it let you in. It just straight back. It soon let you in. Just follow it, yeah? Your Facebook channel, yeah. All right, so let me see. All right, I could see the bite them out there. See me? Who the bite them there? Yeah, man, that's him up, man. So my youth, we did that attacking nothing them, you know. So we did that attacking nothing them. Yeah, man. I know some of the other thing them, you know. See there?
A tool shop is him have been one, you know.
Yeah, man.
Tool shop, him have the bike shop and have an shop, so too, you know. I think him have the barber shop and spa and thing, eh? And they must have a next car place where you say have to
use the
use the
YouTube
bike
actually
shop, yeah?
put in that and it's
Alright?
and you come right
Yeah,
up.
man.
You just come right in anything and you can copy and watch it.
In Kelly?
Yeah, man.
And profile?
Man.
Okay.
Or
Alright,
your
cool.
Facebook, I think you can use one of them. You just tell you what to sign in, you put in your email. Sign it, sign in and come in, man. All right. So Kelly, are you a place them here? And them here, you know, them at with you know, yes, you know, me here say it's alleged that woman from in the state own the bar. That's not what you say on profile because as a policeman, I think you swear and you tell some people, say, oh, she won't bad. Why a few people them not deal with it and them thing there. You know, you open 3-1 up St. Thomas full of gun and drugs, you know. And some big police attack say, you know, yeah man, you are the Dan. It's alleged you backstone man and do anything where you want to do. You saying? No, you don't think about the commissioner as a AACP, you know, right now, nobody think about that again because, you know, say that buck. Yeah, man. You see me, I say that buck. You know, as a detective now, the much play to one time. And then you have somebody that right, you know, people like me were concerned. I say no. You know, you have some people bad mind because, you know, the man come him say, yeah man, him tell you, him go up on the thing and tell you, oh, rise. Little young youth rise. Oh, my rise because my man them not have it. So my friend them say I do one my crash. That's why I'm whooping the whole of this. But you not tell me how you're whooping it. You should have said, well, the bank lend me X amount of money. You see me I say? Me know Jamaica the channel, man. The bank lend me X amount of money, and then we can call the bank and verify it, you know. And then because the bank not gonna lend you the money if you're paying right, you know. And then me open the whole of this. So all them brand new bike, they want me to show brand new bike, you know. Show it back, you know. Brand new bike, then you know. You know, all right, so what on there? What on there? Me just show back the brand new bike then. Cause when I do things, you know, I do some life things right away, you know. I draw alongside of you. It coming like you know make me out. What me do? Me have on my glasses, man. Say now when I now make me out today. Now me have on my glasses. Oh, can me draw down anywhere at any time, you know. Me is up on the ground. Doing some my name. Alright, look. See the paper, look, if you look closely, and because I draw it up, it's a plastic on the seat. 2 by the right side, you know. Just see that 4 that out there, you know. 4. Yeah? And parts and everything said, you know, yeah. See that 2 of them, man. See that? You see me answer? 2 of them, man. See that? Yeah, man. 2 of them, man. Them just still put them out anyway, because you still there like 4. So me show you the place, you know.
The bike
Put them
shop.
on, see there?
A tool shop this him have been a one, you know. Tool shop, him have the bike shop and have an next shop.
Yeah, man.
I think of the barber shop and spa and thing. And they must have a next car place where them have to, you know. Yeah, this the bike shop.
Yeah, the car place more video that too. Can I if you have anything on my tab where you talk about, I have video to make sure we have it, you know.
And profile? Okay. Alright, cool.
Yeah, man.
Better view.
Yeah, man. So anything when you talk about me like video to have it, that mean no man say what me I say. I know what some say what you say. I make me show your place and get the promotion, but we just want to know how the money, you know, how it add up. You just get up on these things. And when we talk and some people talk some crap now, you know, they might just make me just, you know, me I go down and yeah man, let me see this. Oh, use Chrome. Yeah, let me tell him. Use Chrome, yeah. Use Chrome. sign in, use Chrome sign in. Yeah? Just use Chrome, you're good. Use Chrome and then you sign in same way. But don't use some other one, no, you might not sign in. But use Chrome sign in. Just download your Chrome and use the Chrome sign in, and then it make a sign in code. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. See? Now we have to keep them real, you know. We have to keep them real. Yeah, man, we have to keep them real. You have to big up yourself. We have to keep them real. Where you say? When police are the police work, if you do police work, but you can't have you, what we are saying, you know, we want to serve and protect and reassure. And then, you know, police just get up and every police own plazas and get to it and them own a bag of things and do a bag of juggling. But yet still they are going for some liquor, man. That works than them to me. That, of course. So, you know, the police always give you something to do. Let me give them something right now. May I give you something that you just come in, you never see this. So may I give you back something we're going in a prison. To the food eyes on the file. Watch this.
Yeah. I'm sure them food.
No, I'm not straight to the food.
You know, the police or the crash company profile.
Profile, yes.
The Chris bike right at shop there. Mm-hmm.
It's them in a plastic.
Everything, see there? What you talk about 200,000 started, see there? Mm-hmm. Yes, man. Bike parts, see there?
Accessories and everything sell there, okay.
Yeah, man. Everything, don't. All right? Okay. All right, so.
Yeah, man, so, you know, when them tell me one thing, you know, we want to dig down and find out what is going on, really. So, eyes on the file, they want to see some of the food now, where them deal with that at the prison. So, eyes on the file, take it away, no further ado. It's how them serve today.
Like here, any money where them get got to them, we want to make sure them bring them big old bucket every day. So them sure them dog food. See me? Them dog food load, because them know say, yeah, want cook, we not eat. On this. At the breeze, the cheap fly.
You see the color, that. You see food now? I'm going to go for something else. When you see the food now, above 500 million, half a billion for feed prisoner. Much money per day like it.
Start now, yeah? Mm-hmm. So this is the prison food. Mm-hmm. And this are the banana where them get with it, yeah?
Look at hey, come on now. Look on the food and the banana. 500 million with some rotten food. Eh? Me have to show them thing, man. And then you have people that come out like 1,000 of them come out and you have to rehabilitation. It can't be that people are ball out say, hey, the queen them boom boom with slavery, this and that and all kind of thing. But we have our own black people and our own people them kind of way. Yeah, man. No care what you do. But that's so black, that's why I say black, you know, you treat black like underdog, you know. That's why we don't reach away. I'm in a business, you know, me a chat straight. See? Them are inhumane, man. Them are can't right, man. Them are more than disgusting, brother. You understand? Look upon them, brother. Look upon the banana. Today, this, you know. This is in a prison today. Me not talk last year or year before. This is a prison today. You know my thing up to date, you know. Saying when I say yes, upon the ground, we yes, upon the ground, you know. Saying so, saying this are up to date sitting today this. Right now, them I look upon it and say, bombard. But we alone somebody you everywhere, man. Me can't carry them look at food and you have it a show right now. We just carry it and then you have it same time. No man, you went up to date. What's the dog food, yes? I don't want it. But look on all the food, you know. Look there. Who could have give this now for to eat? Jesus. Yo. And the food is, you know. Me look on the thing and my stomach feel sick. That a food. Eh? I know real weed no reach in a them place yet, you know. And none of them no reach it. You know, let me tell you why them stay so. Because, you know, certain people will not put them foot, you know, they will not, for them foot will not, you know, grace them part of place, yeah. Them too big feet. and more than modern day slavery. That's why when we end up on a talk, say this and this and queen, but you have people, they might rob the money, man. You have people where they go to prison. I remember, you have people who sell drugs and go to prison in a state or whether Canada or UK, and all them people come out better off. You see me I say? Let me just call a Virginia. Is that Virginia want some justice, He want some justice, so I call him and talk to him. People better off. Yeah, man, you can hear me now?
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Me don't want to show the people. Me don't want you come in at the thing, because me don't want to show the people them you. Me don't want the people them see.
I keep clicking on it. It will not let me enter. I don't have as a phone, so I don't know. I click on it. It just says error 404, or it won't let me log in. So it doesn't. Yeah, I tried both Facebook and YouTube. And
but you use Chrome. You're using Chrome. You have to use Chrome.
I have Chrome on my phone, but I tried the Chrome and I don't know. That's what I was doing now.
Yeah, but
try the Chrome.
The Chrome supposed to make you log in because it uses Chrome, better than Chrome.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. The problem is it's just an Android phone.
Android phone. I use.
Chrome.
Yes, but it's supposed to log in as an Android phone. All right. So tell me what. Give me a rundown and the idea what really took place with you. And
Well, this all happened the 23rd of December, 2020. Basically, I was called that night. Actually, that day I was busy running around because I was getting ready for Christmas, and I had a custom motorcycle, and I was at my buddy's welding shop and working there. Putting some extra stuff on my bike, just cabling and took the whole bike apart and put it back together. I was laying on my back all day, and then I was left home. It was getting dark out, and then when I got home, I was relaxing. I got a call, and this call was, from this guy I call Crackhead Rob. He's just this drug addict, but I was introduced to him about a week ago before, because I'm friends with, his ex-girlfriend.
Okay, where in Jamaica was this?
This was in Montego Bay. This was up in, what was it, May? What the hell is it? It's called Norwood Paradise.
Norwood,
yeah. Hill.
I know Norwood. I know Norwood apartments and things.
And I got a few friends up there. One of my friends is Mikey. He's got this little welding shop.
Yeah.
And he, makes and fabricates, the grills and all that stuff. And then I'm diagonally across, I have a friend, he's this guy Creamy, who's basically an ice cream guy. He's like, he's still coming checks on me.
Yeah, that's clear something with them. You're American, right?
Yeah.
Which state you're from?
I'm originally from Connecticut, but I've been living in Massachusetts, like outside of Boston for like 15 years.
Okay.
It was actually, I lived between Worcester and Springfield. Like, I lived in a small little dinky little town of 3,000 people around a lake, right? That's a tiny little town with one gas station, one little grocery store, and one bar. That's it. That was in the town.
Okay.
Everybody lived on the lake. Everybody surrounds the lake, so you post it.
Okay.
So,
so the first time in Jamaica?
No, I've been coming here for 15 years. Actually, after my first divorce, one of my friends was a Jamaican guy, and he had a place out in Trelawney, up in Danieltown. So he took me. He says, "No boo, went over no girl." So he brought me there. And back in the day, he brought me to this place called Nas. He goes, "Gotta go to sleep. I just been here. It's nice and noon." He's like, "Go to bed. We're getting up late." And he's like, "I'm like, what?" I couldn't go to sleep, but he brought me here years ago, and he took me out, clubbing, and back in the day, I remember the police being really nice and overprotective, because I remember that night there was a big fight and brawl broke out, and there's like about 2 dozen cops dressed as like SWAT units, and like 8 of them surrounded me and made sure I was okay and get me out of the building. And of course, outside everybody's got beers and there's food, and I was like, well, so I was having a good old time. And but I remember that, and you know, the police were really nice, and I'm not saying loud, good police. Now, because I just recently, because I met a girl here.
Yeah.
As soon as I got into America, she took off and left. So I like back in November, I had to go out to what is it? What the heck is the town? It's Old Harbor to serve her parents, because I don't know where the girl is. So I went to serve, but the cops were really sweet to me, really nice. They actually drove me. I stayed at another friend's house with, I think it's like 9 miles or something. It's like 9 miles away from downtown. And the police drove me to my house, where I was staying. That's how nice. There are definitely there's great towns that obviously they've got great, bosses that are making sure everybody's on the up and up. But in Montego Bay, it's nothing but corruption here.
Corruption in Montego Bay. So, Summit, the police in Old Harbor, though. The police in Old Harbor, they took any you never give them no money, no handout or anything. The one who
well, actually, when I served, I had to give this guy, which I was told by somebody else, was like, "You're not supposed to pay these guys," but I think he charged me like a $7,500 to serve the family. He was really nice to me. He did do what he did, and I didn't really see the big deal with it, but I did give him some money.
$7,500 to serve. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I did give him some money, and he ended up talking to the mom and make sure, because at least he found out the little girl's still alive. I was like, I haven't seen her in now it's like, I don't know, 5 years or something.
Yes.
She says the mom talks to her every day. But I'm like, I haven't seen her. I was like, as soon as she got to America, she got a green card and her social security card. She's gone. And I was like, and that cost me 3 houses. That girl cost me 3 houses. I built 2 houses here. One in Spanish Town. I forget where the heck it was. It was in this little quaint little neighborhood, but it was on family land. And then I did the same thing in Old Harbor. It was on Goldburn Lane. I built this big construction. I bought more blocks. I was going to build this palace there. And it's right next to that cricket guys, Russell's place. There's a Russell's place, which is probably three buildings from where I was building this house. Mm. And so the mom wouldn't even give me my damn clothes. I had custom furniture built, not just didn't go to court. So I had these guys whittle it out of a tree, and they made a beautiful bed, and I made them put drawers in it. And they made a nice matching hutch and all this stuff. And she wouldn't even give me my suitcase of clothes. That's how evil she is.
I just put up, hold on. I just put up your pictures. I have a video with you up on my screen right now. The people them can see you. So I have a video with you up. And I'm going to play something and just hear something and then finish talking. Make I just hear what you say.
Before Christmas, I tried I put a Christmas lens.
It's the whole thing about it was basically comes down. It was nothing more than a robbery. I was just set up, because I'm a helpful guy. I shipped 2 barrels of electronics to give to poor people, and the whole time I was here, I was helping some families. I figured I could help some families while I'm here. I choose people that needed it. These people were actually 3 single moms that had children.
Yes.
That had children. And and made little or no money. So I bought them plywood. I bought them 2x4s. I bought them paint. I bought them food, rice, propane, stuff they needed. So even for Christmas, I had a whole house full of presents. Most of it was the same thing. Like the family that's involved with the case that the whole thing got. But basically, this father or the ex-boyfriend, this guy I know is crackhead Rob, he was jealous that I was helping his ex-girlfriend. That's all it was. So he called his buddy, because his buddies are, I guess this guy's some sort of informant for the cops. That's what some other cops said. He's informant for, guy's a bum. But so anyway, what happened that night was he calls me up, right? And I only knew him maybe a few days.
Yes.
I don't hang out with the guy. I do not do drugs. I may have a cocktail once in a while, but I don't do anything. I don't smoke. I've never smoked anything in my life. I try to be healthy, but I take special medication to stay alive. My medication, my doctor in America calls them my stay alive pills. Actually, your pharmacy here calls it my stay alive pills. Matter of fact, I can't even get a prescription. So she's such a nice lady. She's been giving it to me without a prescription. She goes, you got to keep working on getting a prescription. It's like, I went to they won't give me. They goes, you're white. And it was like, so this A lot of reverse prejudice here. It's really weird. But anyway, I go that night. He calls me up after I left my buddy's shop. And I just get home, and I'm exhausted. He calls me up. He kept calling me to go see him he needed help with something. And I can't really understand him. He talks like this. He's got this raspy pirate voice. So, so I remember, and I'm like, I can't go anywhere. I'm tired. But he kept calling me. And because I'm a nice guy, like an idiot, I decided to go, okay, I'll get rid of it because the next day is Christmas Eve, right? And I got to find a cab to get rid of all this. These presents, and all I got is a custom motorcycle, right? So then like an idiot, I was supposed to meet him downtown. So I meet him, it was at the square, which is technically a circle. I don't know who named it a square, but it's a circle. There's no square corners. So I meet him at Sharp Square, whatever the heck it is.
Samsung Square, that's a square. I understand, yes.
And this should be,
I know it.
All videotape. This happened about quarter 6, I get down there, and there's 4 police officers on bikes, and I'm on my custom bike, and I ask them if I can park, somewhere here. And one of the officers, both 2 of them next to each other, and one walked me over and told me where to park, which is right at the fence where right in front of the what is it called, the art museum. The museum there, right there at Sharp Square, right? And so then I park there, and then I go over because it's pitch dark. There's no moon out that night, but underneath there's 2 big giant screens there, and I'm underneath it. The police finally leave, and then I start waving my hands above my head, going in circles because it was bright under the TVs. And this is with the Christmas tree. That's when they had the Christmas tree down there. Last year they had the Christmas tree at the new park they had put near the ocean, but the tree was at Sharp Square, right? So I was underneath it, waving my hands over my head because I don't know this guy that's coming to see me. I don't know this brother guy. So anyway, it was about quarter after 6 or so. The daughter comes. Now I knew the mom and the family because I rented a place several years back. Her name is Pat. I think she's from like New York or New Jersey or something. But we have the same birthday, and I rented from her. And I became friends with neighbors on the street. And one was this lady, Sharon, which this whole thing's about, right? Mm. So, and Sharon used to cook for me. I can't cook. I can't do laundry. I'm kind of useless. So
yeah, we know that people like, in the first world, them kind of, unless them come from like our country, useless when it comes to laundry and cooking.
Yeah, when it comes to that.
Yeah, we know that, useless, yes.
I can fix, I can fabricate stuff,
but for cook and laundry and things, yes, we know that, yes.
Yeah. So basically, where was I? So that night, whatever it was, I forget what I get. So the daughter shows up. Now I knew the kids. There's actually 3 kids, right? There's 1 boy, there's 2 girls, and the 2 girls got involved that night, right? So one comes and picks me up, and the first thing I asked her is, "Oh, I thought your uncle was coming." And she goes, "They sent me." And I said, "Okay, what's this all about?" She shrugs her shoulders, going, "I don't know," right? And so I put the helmet on her because I only had 1 helmet. Put the helmet which matched the bike, right? And so get on, and I remember that night because she's showing me the way, and I remember leaving Sharp Square. You have to go. St. James is a 1-way street, so I take a right to go traffic, and we took the first left, and then. Take the first left, and then we took then we took another left, and then we took a right, and then after that I kind of got lost because she ended up saying to go this way, and I believe I took a right, and of course it's traffic, tons of traffic. It's at night. It's after now about 20 after 6 or so, and it's pitch dark, and I gotta go with traffic, and it can't just turn around. It's traffic, so I had to go maybe a quarter mile or so till I can turn around, and then I turned around, and then we go back, and then she does it again. She goes, "Go that way," and I'm thinking, okay, well, this way isn't right, that way must be right or something. So I took the wrong turn again. So I'm like, what? And so it was 2 turns, and then I do the same thing, loop around again, take another turn, and at this point I don't know where the hell I am. Okay, so then we get up to this place I call Crackhead Mountain because I call him Crackhead. So I get up there, and there's no lights, there's no nothing out there, and she brings me up into this 1 yard, which is it looks like the second building, because at the headlight there's the second house on the right of this little lane. Mm-hmm. And then so then I get up, and we pull into this area, and he's jumping up and down like all excited to see me, like he's a bunny rabbit, right? And then I get on, I let her get off the thing, and then I turn off the bike and get off the bike and everything, and it's pitch dark. I can't see nothing. But before I turned the light off, I remember seeing a pile of, it's a construction site. Everybody's got these piles of sand and gravel and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I get in, he's saying, come, and he had his hands following it before I turned the light off. He's like motioning me to come, right? He didn't really say anything, just motioned with his hands to come following. So then I get off and, I turn the bike off. They're like, oh, and then, I start following him, and we go to the right of the building. We go down the right side of the building, all the way down to the back. And I go, I'm going, where the F where the, what's going on? And then we come to the side, and there's a door on the left. There's a door towards the end of the side, and we go in. I'm jumping, walking over blocks. I was the last one. First it was him, then the two kids. There's two kids there. There's the little one I call Skinny, and then one that got me I call Chubby. And then I get in the back of the building. I get in there, and I'm walking over blocks of cement and bags of cement and stuff. And I go in. He had this little banger flashlight, and there's no lights in the building. And I'm like, what the frick's going on? And then the only thing I see is two big guys there. One's like on the right side of me, and one's a little further over to the left. And because he just scanned the thing, and all I could see was, a bunch of there's a stack of blocks, a big pile of, stack of blocks, a chair, a bunch of rope, and two guys. And there was a bunch of rope. And then there's nothing else in the room. And then he takes running off. He takes off, and I'm in this giant room. And then it seemed like an eternity, but it was probably only like 30 seconds. And the two kids grab my hand and then start pulling me to run. So, and I believe to this day, these kids saved my life, right? So they pull me forward, and then we take a left, and we go down. And I think I saw 3 darker doorways, and one just before we get out, which is about 6 to 8 feet from the door, they stop, and the youngest one goes, "This is where we sleep." And I'm like, I'm looking at a bed that's up against the door. It's on a frame or something, but it's up against the door, and you can't get into the room. But there's a little table on the right side, and it just showed the entranceway of the door and the bed. Bed looked like it was like a 1970s, like a whorehouse mattress. It was all yellow and old, but there was no sheets, no nothing. But the end of it was propped up like there was some blocks under it or something holding it. Nothing else on it. So the kid said we sit there, and I go, it's tiny. So I'm like, ooh, and she goes, me, my dad, and my sister. And I'm like, oh, okay. So none of my business. I don't know how they must stack each other on it. I'm like, so then the next thing we know, we're out the door. So we went through this building in about a minute and a half. That's all it took. And then I'm come out the door, and he's already out the front, and he's turning the Tasmanian devil. First thing I'm saying, why did we come in the front door? Because I'm looking at my bike. Why didn't we come in the front door? And then he's like, he's like, fresh. I don't understand a word he's saying. And then I'm like, oh, I wasn't supposed to come out of there, was I? And then I'm about to walk off the stupid, and one of the kids stopped me. I don't know which one, but said, no, the stairs are off here. I couldn't see nothing. And the two kids helped me go down the stairs. He's already gone out of the way. He walked off the property, which is about 15 feet. You're off into the roadway. And then he walks over to this shop that I know is shop. The only place with a light. So then I'm like, ask the kids, what's going on? Does everybody use the back door? No. What the frick's going on? They go, I don't know. So then I'm following the kids, and kids are following the father, and then we go up he's already up in the shop. So I go to the shop, and it's a giant staircase. I'm short. I'm like 5'6", but the staircase are like 2-foot steps. And I'm like having a difficult going up. It's like made for a giant. So I go up in this shop that's like 8 feet up. And then, he's ordering all kinds of crap. But I gave the lady a $5,000 bill. Whatever it was. I think it came out to $3,200 or $3,400. I don't know what that was. The kids bought stuff. He bought booze and drugs and crap. And I just, paid the bill. He never even said thank you. He finally would go out, and that took a while because he didn't have the right flavor or whatever booze.
So tell me something now. Cause may I go to the one of this. What happened with you and the police and the judge and the liars?
That's what happened. Finally, when we get out of this, he starts going into, he wants it's all, don't go to Sharon's house. It's really bad crap going on. It doesn't really go in. But then he goes into, it's so bad, I had to take my kids. Now he has 3 kids. He only took the 2 daughters that he's sleeping with, not the boy. So then I go, then he goes and he wants all the presents. Bring me the presents that were going to that house, which was 10 bags of presents. And he's like, and I'm like, yeah, that ain't going to happen. I thought you needed help. And then he started going off. You listen to me. You take Chubby, because I go, get me out of here. How the hell do I get out of here? Because I don't even know where I am. So he's like, you take Chubby and bring me presents to the Lord. I said, no, I can't do that. So 4 times I kept saying no. And both kids were there. Listen to me, freaking argue with this guy. And he's screaming at me. And finally, I don't know where I am. It's probably 7:45. You know what I'm saying? And that's the curfew. And I got to get the frick out of here. So finally, I agree and get out of there. And actually, the last thing the little kid goes, because I took Chubby, the little kid goes, don't forget my presents. And I go, don't worry. When I get home, I'm filling a bag with shiny rocks. And I was just joking. But as soon as I get home, basically, cops come, said I kidnapped the kid. And I'm like, what the frick? The guy, and I showed the cops.
So hold up. So the cops say you kidnapped the kid. Why you take the kid though?
Yeah.
Him say you take the kid and give him the present. Why you take the kid?
I don't know. I never done anything. When I got to the house, I wanted to bring her back because it took me less time for her to get me home because we went down a different way. Went down a straight mountain, like straight down, more than 45 degrees. There was these water breaks going down. I don't know where that we were, but it was straight downhill. I'm holding on tight to the bike. She's squeezing me because we're going like straight freaking down. And then we got home in like 10 minutes. Like it could have been 12 minutes, but it was quick. So then I get off and I go, well, I got time to bring you back. And she's like, and I'm like feeling bad because, I don't think she wants to sleep with her father. But she said she was sick. And I go, well, I got a whole thing of medication, because I brought a ton of every kind of medication, just in case something happened.
How old is that kid? How old is that kid?
I'm thinking, because I'm thinking one was 8, one's 10, so she might have been 10, 11 years old or something. I'm not positive.
So why our father, just listen, why our father tell you to take that kid? Which one of them you take with you?
I took the chubby one. The other one, I'm guessing, is 8. I mean, the other one, believe it or not, the family, the mother, everybody, even the other sisters, the other sisters are very tight. The sisters, that's why I think I sent you audio of the littler one. Of the cops tortured her. They took her freaking tablet or some shit. It was crazy. The cops tortured the kid, and there was a witness to that too. My landlord witnessed them torturing the kid to tell her, make him say whatever else you want him to say.
So what the kid said? Who give her the tablet? Who she get the tablet from? You?
No. Yeah, 2 different things. Now I gave the mother a tablet the day before because there's 3 kids and they had to do the schoolwork online, and so I gave the mom a tablet so she could share it with the 3 kids. Now that one, I think she might have had it on her, but I'm talking about the other daughter had a tablet. So the 2 kids were being tortured by 2 different cops because they're trying to cover this whole thing. Never mind that they're beyond. The judges are involved. The judges signing not being in this country. Right? And Intercoms looked into it. They go, this is big. They found 30 crooked cops involved, 6 crooked lawyers, and 2 crooked judges. They signed me out of the country like I left, almost 2 years ago. But they put me in jail and throw me there for 99 days for something I never did.
So what them say you do? What them charge you for?
And raping her.
You're raping her. Oh, and kidnapping.
Huh?
Them charge you for rape and kidnapping.
I have ED. Never mind, the doctor here knows it. The doctor in America knows it, and for years. So it's like, what the? Because I had all my kids early, and then Edie came in kind of early with me, like in my late 20s, early 30s. But these guys are charging me kidnapping somebody on a motorcycle from a place I don't even know how to get to. I literally don't know where this place is.
So just answer this though. Why did dad tell you to take the chubby one and carry you out your home? Why did dad tell you that? You don't know.
The whole thing was that my house was full of money, full of electronics. I shipped 2 barrels of electronics. I had TVs, DVD players, laptops, tablets, watches, you name it. Everything disappeared. I had about 8,000 US cash. Remember when the cops grabbed me? One of the guys was beating me with an M16 to leave. I found out his name. Because nobody gave me their names. Now, one of these cops gave me their names. When the first one came in, he was a big, like a refrigerator, brown suit, like he rolled himself in a bunch of turd, and he shoulder checked me, and then nobody told me their name, and so I gave each of them names, because one, I was Fat Bastard. I called him Fat Bastard because he was like you look like a bully. He was just like a high school dropout bully, just an evil bastard. He was torturing he should be fired just for torturing a kid.
So Ax, hold on. So you did all right before you come to Jamaica. You have any criminal record there with any kids before or anything? None at all?
No. I got what, 6 grandchildren, and I've got 3 children. I was like, I love kids. I usually, if anything, I spoil.
Spoil them.
But if anything, I help them. That's the thing is, I was more than willing to help this kid. Never mind, I still help the other. I still help the families.
But me want to understand. Me understand you, but me just want to understand. Why that daddy? Where you call him? Cokehead? Where you call him? Cokehead?
Crackhead. He's like an 85-pound little skinny little thing. He's probably like 5 foot tall, and he sways like he's always just
drunk. Like him drunk. Okay. So him take him kid, take the chubby one and go on with that, but give him the goods. What to give him? What to send him? What to give him?
He wanted the goods. He wanted all the goods, and I said that ain't gonna happen. So I get home, and then and then she goes in because she said she was sick. So she went into the bathroom. When she goes to the bathroom. So I let her stay in there, and I gave her the phone so she could call her mom because I'm friends with the mom. And I go, tell your mom what the frick's going on. Tell her you're all right, but tell her what's going on because I
So him tell you, hold on. So him tell you, okay. So that the fat one stay down on you for the night. And the other one stay up our father.
Yeah, she went in, I never saw her. She came out a few times to have me unlock the phone. I think because I was falling asleep. Wait, and I put on I remember putting on like this documentary on space, and it was like a 3 hours, and I never made it. I passed out. But she kept coming out and asking me to unlock the phone. I think she came out 4 times, and I finally just showed her the code to the phone, and then I just, I nod off again. I remember waking up again because I sweat all the time. I sweat like, oh my God, like crazy.
You sweat like an hog. So you go sleep. So where she sleep in the house, in your house?
So she was in the bed. She was in the bedroom. I was on the couch, and then I remember falling asleep, and then I got up and I went out. Actually, I went outside to take a leak because I didn't want to bother her. So I went outside to take a leak, and then when I went back in there, paused the movie because I go, this is a good movie. And then I swear to God, if you go back to this Airbnb, nobody is going to look at this boring documentary. It would probably still pause where I paused it, and it was on one of fire sticks. So then I laid back down. I remember because I sweat. The couch. It was a guy slept on the couch. A couch is not a bed. It doesn't have wicking fabric. It's basically cloth on top of a giant sponge. So when I laid down, it was like freezing. So then I laid back down and I fell asleep, and then I woke it up again. And that's when the cops, I didn't know they were cops. They just looked like bad guys with guns because it's pitch dark out there. And always
so what time is it? What time is that? No, what time you reach home with her?
I think it was probably, at that point, it was probably 3 or 4 in the morning. It was late. And then I got up and I saw all I could see was a bunch of guys with guns. Now, where we are, you got to understand it. You hear gunshots almost every night, and anywhere between 5 minutes and 45-minute long. It sounds like a war. So when I saw the police with guns, I know a lot about guns. I mean, I've owned hundreds of guns. So I taught my kids how to shoot since they're probably 5, and how to clean guns, respect guns, and so I know a lot about it. So I go, if they're going to shoot, I'm in front of a picture window, right? And then the bedroom's in front of the picture window. So I jumped, out of it because I looked through the thing, and all I saw was like an army, a silhouette of an army of people with guns, and there was probably at least 12 of them. So then I ran in and just woke her up, grabbed her, and went to the bathroom because that was the only room that was surrounded by concrete except for the door. So that's why I told her, you start hearing gunshots, just stay low because more than likely they're going to shoot straight.
So when you see them outside, you see like police, but you don't know it's police, right?
I didn't know they didn't look like police. They just looked like a bunch of guys with guns.
You can see the gun. You never see the kind of them have an
axe. You can definitely see guns. You can
all
see
right.
guns.
So I'm gonna ask you. You see guns. Police wear something then a dark, them clothes kind of like some flare that they can make them out. Yeah, because you can make out the police. But the name can make out though in the night. You can see a street light.
Distance, which the only thing they did was silhouette these guys. All you see is a silhouette of people with guns. So then, and I've seen a lot of guys with guns before.
And when them came there, they never ball out says the police.
I don't buy anybody. I mean, I've been pulled over probably about 28 times because they all want milk money.
So you know the police look like, right? You know the police look like.
Yeah, I know what police look like. Yeah.
So when these guys draw like 12 of them never have no because I think it glow, right? Them badge and them thing glow on them when the police they can see it.
Even when they finally did come in, none of them had badges. None of them had a name badge.
What kind of clothes them have on? Nothing more police. Okay, them have on the vest.
I I didn't let them in until it was dusk, where you can actually still. Because the first thing I thought, they were wearing costumes. And I'm like, why are there cops here? You know, because I'm like, I think cops look like they might be cops. You know, so it was just getting early. And just, you know what I'm saying, when you just can start seeing. So that way, that's when I let them in. And that's when, you know, the first one that came in was a fat bastard. He came in first, shoulder checked me, and he asked me who I was. And I'm like, you know, I was like, what's going on? He would never tell me what's going on, who they were, anything. And then, so the first one was a brown suit. The other one was just in slacks and like loafers.
So hold on, back. So one of them have on a brown suit. You never see that? That's the inspector or a soap. You never see that one before? When I'm outside. No, so you never see that. But you see them with the gun. You can see the gun. The gun black.
Well,
but you can't see the gun. When you look through the window. Okay.
The guys I actually first saw were in the red striped pants with body armor, with a hat with full face mask, and they were sticking. Because I was kind of hiding in the bathroom because I was waiting for them to start shooting up the place. Okay. So then when I saw one guy, because I was looking out the bathroom window, and he was in a police uniform. So I never saw the brown suit guy until when I opened the thing and he just barged in.
So hold on. So it's one alone you see in a police uniform with a red seam. You said 12 of them, like a dozen of them. So what did the rest?
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot. And then
yeah. So did the rest have on them have on any police vest because them have some shining thing on them?
There was like. Originally, the other one, a lot of people stayed outside. I think there was a lot more, like I said, the red stripe body armor guys. Only 4 people came in the house. There was 2 minions. You call them the red stripe. I call them minions because they would only repeat whatever that bastard said. Like he said, bananas. Go, I was like, what the? So I thought they were just a bunch of idiots. I was like, I told them 3 times the story I told you. I'm like, and I showed them my phone, right? But they took my phone, which had the evidence beyond doubt that they called. He called me all night, this guy, 10, 12 times. And I showed it to the brown suit guy, but in the end, they stole my phone, right? But they
stole it or them seized it. Them stole it or seized. Because remember, they told
me, as they were taking me out, they said everything seized. Now, before I left, I go, I need my medication because I thought I was going to. They never told me I was under arrest. They never did anything.
But you thought you was going to jail. You thought you was going to jail.
No, I thought I was going to write a normal. You go to the police department and write down the report. That's like a normal thing, not here. Basically, the guy, the minion one started beating me up or punching me with his M16, smashed me, go, we got to go, everything seized. And I'm like, well, why? Nobody told me why they were there, what's going on. I told them 3 times what happened that night, where I was called a bunch of times, showed them, the guy called me, and they seized that phone, but they said everything seized. And the only one that said that was Minion 1, which ended up, his name was Dean Isaacs. And he actually introduced himself. I think it was back in January, because I've been looking for at a custom motorcycle. I ended up disappearing. Everything I had disappeared. Nobody knows nothing. Like they took my father, I ended up, when I got out of jail, I came with 4 suitcases of clothes. And when I got out of jail, I had maybe 2.
No, but back up before I reach jail. We want to know. So let me just back up first. When you carry these things, you don't know where you're going to. This guy where you call Crackhead. What name? Crackhead what?
I call him Crackhead Rob. I think his name's Rob. I don't know his name.
Rob.
I mean, I have no idea.
Crackhead Rob. And him have 2 daughters. Well, you don't know him. That you don't know him good.
He's got 3 kids. He's got 3 kids. One's a boy. I've seen him before because I got in a cab because I don't have a bike no more. So I got in a cab one day and he says hi to me. He's asking me how I'm doing. He's like,
so you see him one time. And then when the 2 girls come for you down at Champtop Square, 1 girl come for you. She carry you up there at the home.
Yeah, that's the one. Chubby is the one that brought me up there.
And then you never know the home before. You never got there before. Never got there before.
No, I've never been there ever before.
And then Crackhead Rob, at the first time you see him when you go into a cab. That's Crackhead Rob, right?
No. I went to the house because I visit the family maybe once or twice a week. I'd say hi to, the family because I get a kick. The grandmother, she's like 90 years old or something. She's funny as hell. So her birthday one time, because she's always making jokes and stuff.
Oh.
So I brought her I think a bottle of wine and I brought her a condom. I go, you're going to get lucky tonight. Just in case. So she was laughing her ass off.
Okay, so you got that's the same house that you went back to the night?
No, that's different. That's up in Paradise. That's up in
Oh,
Paradise.
Paradise.
This place is someplace else. I don't know where they took me. It was
Okay.
called Crackhead Mountain. It's on top of
Oh, you just call it Crackhead Mountain. But why for the night that those little girls save you? And why that father tell her to come with you and you forgive him present? Why him tell her that?
Yeah, he wanted the presents because it was he's trying to tell me it's so bad at the family house, at Sharon's house, that I'm supposed to give him all the presents. And I'm like, this guy is just going to sell everything for crack. It's like, I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, all right, him ask a present. No, why I'm telling to take his daughter, carry your daughter with you, and then give him the present? Why I'm telling you that?
He wanted me to bring her home and then bring her back in the morning with all the presents. And I go, that ain't
so that, but,
I kept saying, no.
So him tell you to do that. Him give you the permission to do that. What you do, right? Him tell you to do that.
Well, then he ended up, supposedly, then he calls his buddies or one of his, his cronies or whatever. And obviously this was a setup from the get-go. I think it was supposed to be different, though, because I think I was supposed to be taken, because, you know what I'm saying? I think I was supposed to be taken or, tied up or killed up there and then robbed or something like that.
What may I say? It wasn't a robbery. He might tell you to take his daughter and give him some present and carry her back in the morning. So you carry the daughter down, but how far you said 10 minutes to reach home? That means you just...
It took about maybe 10, 12 minutes to get me home, and then I was willing to bring her right back, but she said she was sick. So, but she ended up telling me she was, because I was like, well, what do you got? She said she was
okay,
so
all right, make I get it.
I got a bag of stuff.
Hold on, make I get it. So, him tell you to take her and carry her back in the morning, right? To carry up the things them in the morning.
Yeah, he wanted the presents, and then when she got to the house, she wasn't feeling well. Okay, so what you do now? You the plan to take her down, make she take you down to the car. You never know where you are. I was gonna bring her to her mother.
Oh, so you just want to take her? You just want to take her and then bring her back up the same night.
Yeah, I was willing to bring her back up, but she did not want to go back up there. I'm like, I could see something, because now I could put two and two together. The father's sleeping with the daughters.
Now put 4 and 4 together too, yeah, man. Yeah, man.
And she's not feeling well. You know what I'm saying? She's on her inner period. Even if no matter if the guy's, even nothing's going on, it's kind of weird. You don't want to sleep with your father and still on your period. So it's like, I'm like, I didn't think.
Oh, she never wanted to sleep with her father. What do you mean by sleep with her father? She have to sleep with her father up there. So she never want to go up there.
So I was like, well, call your mom, because I gave her the phone to call her mom. Now I don't know, because the cops can't. I don't know if she ever got in touch with. Because I kept telling her I'm on 3 lawyers, right? 3 different lawyers now. Not one have so far done. I go, all I have to do, because I kind of did this back in the day a little bit. It's not rocket science. So call me all night.
Well, I'm before the lawyers, then, man, because I just clear something and just I got you. So. The father want you to bring her up back in the morning, but you did plan to bring her back in the night, right?
Because I still had time. I looked at time. I still had, because it took 10 minutes. I could get back up there.
Okay. So it take 10 minutes and you could get back up there. Okay.
It was an 8 o'clock curfew.
Okay.
So I needed to, kind of hurry up. And she was like, she did look sick. She looked like she had a stomach ache. I don't know, really anything. All I know is what she told me. I let her, use the bathroom, go, there. I let her have my phone. I think, of course, according to her report on a thing, she had my phone and she was playing games on it, or whatever. I don't know what she was doing. I don't know if she really called her mother. I don't know if she called her father. But I keep telling the lawyers, find the phone record. Go to Digicel, get the phone records. One, you'll find out that guy called me all night.
Then no need to call Digicel. Leave out Digicel. Then no need to call.
You get the police records and find out everything stamped down, timestamp. So if they find out who we called, you'll find out that they called.
So what them charge you for? All right, we understand. We cut out some of them. They call them a take long. But what them charge you for? What was the charges? For child, for rape, no, what them charging for? Hold on. For sex with a minor, for kidnapping, for child molestation, for pedophile, for what? What them charging for?
Now, you gotta understand, that night, I was never charged or never put under arrest. They brought me, they threw me in jail, beat me up, and then 5 days later, a lady came. I guess she was the prosecutor. She goes, we're gonna charge you with, first thing kidnapping. And I go, on a motorcycle? And she goes, oh, you have a bike? And I go, yeah. And she goes, oh, it won't matter. It doesn't matter. And then she goes in, we're going to charge you with touching. And I go, she was on the back of my bike. She was touching me. I never touched her. I was like, I didn't even see her. And then they said, oh, we're going to charge you with rape. And I go, I have ED. I mean, like, you can try to get me hard now. It don't work. So I go, it'll feel good, but it's not going to work. So she goes, it doesn't matter. Well, you just use something else. And I'm like, so it doesn't matter. You're just making up a story as you go. And then she wanted all my family's information, and stuff. And I go, for extortion, So I'm like, what the frick? So I didn't get anything. And that's after I had a stroke. Now I need medication every day. They refused to give me my medication, which I brought with me. And then the second night, I had a Christmas night. I ended up having a stroke. I didn't know. All I did, just got tight, and a lightning bolt went down my left side, and I was out like a light. I woke up probably a few hours later, and I was distorted. I couldn't walk. I couldn't feel my left side. So when this lady came, 5 days later, I still couldn't walk. I was waddling over to this lady, and she's like, what's wrong with you? And I go, I don't know. I go, I need medication. They refuse to give it to me. And now they're refusing to bring me to the hospital. She goes, yeah, who cares? And then she goes, that's when she goes in, and we're going to charge you with all this crap. And I go, I didn't do anything.
So what the girl, but the girl, so tell me something. Hold on. So the child confessed. No, they must carry out to the sexual the police. They must run my examination and all. So if them find,
the lawyer told me they didn't check her till 5 days later. So I'm guessing the guys all had their way with her first, and then they'll go check her because they didn't check her for 5 days.
So why the police have them ways with her and then check her? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what happened because I was in jail being beaten up and tortured, starved. I mean, you name it, I've had it. I mean, I was not allowed toilet paper. So I had a shit in the shower. It's like, it was insane. It was the grossest time ever. But I was beaten, starved, tortured. You name it, they didn't care. All I got is 8 white people, and you got no rights here. That's all I.
What them tell us? I'm with you. What them tell you?
Well, they hate white people. They want us to be dead. We shouldn't be here. It was my reason. I was the reason why there was slavery, 200 years ago or whatever it was.
Which police tell you that? Hold on.
America till World War II. It's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, so which police tell you that though? Because you're supposed to get some police.
Well, they weren't giving me their names. None of these guys wore name badges.
Yeah, but you got caught, right? You got caught, so somebody must charge you. You must have a name. So Sosoka, they must take the charge to Sosoka too. So you must have a police name because you got caught, right?
The only police name I ever got was the Dane Isaac guy, right? He's the one that wrote the report 48 days after I was ever brought to jail. 48 days later, he writes this report. And he was telling the story that he was the one talking to the kids. This guy never said a word. This guy, the only thing he said was time to go and everything ceased. That's the only thing this guy ever said.
You said everything ceased. So who was the liar? Who was your liar back in this?
The only people that were talking was Fat Bastard, the brown suit idiot, right? And Lighten the Loafers that looked like he just got ran by Fat Bastard. It was a tall, skinny guy, that's why I call him Lighten the Loafers. And he watched me get my money because before I left, I grabbed $200 US out of an envelope, which had $5,800. I grabbed 2, which left 56 $100 bills in that one envelope, right? And then Fat Bastard took the phone that had the evidence that the guy called me all night, right? But they stole everything, dude. They took all the
so the evidence was on that phone that Fat Bastard took. The one that him give you back?
Well, it's still all you have to go is a Digicel and prove he
No, the one with the evidence. Him give you back. You said the bad bastard took the phone with the evidence. Him give you back that phone?
Well, it was the last I saw it was in his hand. That's
So-
the last I saw.
So
it
the phone with the evidence, him don't give you back. Him have it. Him keep it.
He keep it. Yeah,
Okay.
I get that. I'm sure that phone disappeared because they're trying. You know what I'm saying? Well, it probably is his buddy. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're trying to hide this because I don't know which one is friends with Crackhead Rock. I don't know which one. Now the other cops have told me that he is an informant. You know, so it's like.
The other cops told you that? The cops are...
No,
all right.
a totally different officer, because I told
Okay.
the other police. And
So that one, that police who come talk to you in your head, how much money you give him? Or how much money him charge you? Because we know so them love charging. And I'm nothing to tell me, you know.
No.
How much money him give you?
No. This was just, there's a few good cops that just would tell me, get your embassy to get you out of here. These guys are going to kill you. Then these are just general guys that are good cops, because I had several cops, and they brought me to the hospital like 3-4 times.
Yeah.
I needed medication, and they refused. Matter of fact, the embassy showed up one time to get me my medication. They did get it there, but they still refused to give it to me. And there was a few other younger cops.
Me tell them long time.
Willing to get it from.
Yeah.
They would come up to me whispering, saying, "If we help you, we'll be fired." You know, a lot of us will help you, but we can't because you know they want. And then you find out later. Now, I just found out this past Tuesday by Indicom gets in touch with me going, yeah, this is huge. You got 30 crooked cops involved. You have 2 judges involved. The judges signed off that I left. They signed off that I left over a year ago, right?
No, but them say you left over a year ago. Where you at now?
Yeah.
Where you at now?
That's what Indicom's saying. I don't exist in this country.
No, where you at now? Where you living now? Where you at right now? Right now, speak.
I'm still in Mobay. I'm still living in Mobay. This is the craziest thing. I live on one side of Mobay, right?
Yes.
They're making me go, and the judge is the one that put me where I'm at. I've got, obviously, they're probably related. My family's paying a ton of money to stay in this crappy little place. And then they making me go to Salem to check in. I got to pass 4 different police departments. 4. One I can walk to. They make me go to take 2 cabs just to get there. Right, I got one to downtown, walk to the other side of downtown, then get another cab to go to Salem. So it's about $8,000 a month just in cab fares to go to the other side of town when I can walk to one. You telling me the judge didn't know what she's doing? And that's what I keep asking. It's like, how can the judge not know nobody on the planet can kidnap somebody on a motorcycle? Never mind the fact that I don't even know where this place is.
So you don't know where it is. But it does. Okay, that's all right. So when you go up, let me just recap. So the child carry you up to that place where you never been to before. And the father from downtown. Then the father now tell it to Kevin, no, you spend $5,000 and buy some things out of 5,000, 3,000 something.
I don't remember the exact. It was probably around 3,200 to 3,400 bucks. I don't know what the hell.
Girl, carry you with him. Okay. And then
the kids bought some stuff too, I think.
And then the father tell you, and the kid bought some stacks. Then the father tell you to carry the chubby one and leave the other one. And carry out.
I can't carry
and the motorcycle I'm talking. So
yeah.
And you must carry out the things them in the morning, carry out back in the morning. But when you carry out down,
no, I told him I'm not doing that. I'm not giving this guy nothing. I mean, I was living in a family that needed stuff. You know, it was like
okay, so you tell him because you say carry everything, yes.
Like a 50-pound bag of rice.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
Each of them, I did put personal items in it. I think again, the mom some earrings. One of the younger kids was getting a doll. I don't remember. They were each getting something, you know, personal too. But in the end, when I got out, everything's gone.
Before we go there, so after you carry her down, you try to bring her back up now before the curfew.
Yeah, I pretty much as soon as we got there, because I was surprised at how quick she got me back, and I'm like, well, I can bring back.
So she gets you back just 10 minutes. Okay, so she gets. She reach her yard 10 minutes from where? Okay.
And she wanted to use the bathroom, and then she was, you know, and I don't know, she was in the bathroom for a while, and she wanted, you know, I gave the phone to her mom.
Okay.
Like I said, I wasn't paying attention because she went in the bedroom door was closed, and then the bathroom was inside the bedroom, so I didn't ask her. She kept coming out. I just told her to talk to my, because I'm friends with the mom. Like I said, the mom I'll give you the mom's number. You can call her personally. She's a sweetheart, very low-spoken lady, and she'll tell you. It was like, everything. This girl would not be doing my laundry or coming here once in a great while.
So the mom do your laundry also, right?
Yeah, she did my laundry and cooked for me.
Okay.
Yeah, she was a sweetheart. Yeah,
okay, so them do your laundry. Okay, so
yeah,
you did want to carry her back up.
Yeah, she would bring the kids sometimes on Saturday when she come to cook for me. She would bring the kids. Usually the kids are watching TV. I remember one time.
So these kids come at your home before. Them always come at your home.
Yeah. They came to my house many times. They come and usually, like I said, I don't pay much attention. Usually they're watching TV, and actually Chubby sometimes sweeps the floor or something. Usually the skinny one just watches cartoons.
Okay. So the skinny one watches cartoon. Chubby will sweep your floor. Your mom wash for you. So they go to your yard all the time, over and over and over. Okay.
Yeah, so what I would usually do when she comes is I'd get my laundry, put it in a bag, get it set, and then I would usually get my bike ready because I'd be taking off because she's only there for an hour and a half. Because she just grabs me stuff, cooks real quick, and I usually give her the leftovers usually. But yeah, she was just a sweet lady. She was really nice, like I said.
Okay,
she's
Chubby always at your home, and she and the little skinny one, man. That skinny one know it, but Chubby will sweep and they will watch TV and everything.
One thing I tell about the two kids, I don't really, is skinny one is more like me. We're very talkative, so it's pretty funny. And then Chubby's kind of quiet. She's just, I couldn't tell you really.
Chubby's the nice one. Chubby's the nice one. Chubby's the nice one. Or quiet, right? She's the more nicer one.
Quiet. She's nice, but
she's nice. Okay.
She's just very talkative, like me. I can tell you.
Oh, the skinny one talkative, but Chubby are the nice one, but more quiet and nice.
Yeah, she's very very quiet. I couldn't tell you her favorite anything. I don't know. The skinny one is, if anything, the skinny one likes me because she, like I said, she called me. Left me a message back. This happened probably right after I got out of jail. Back in March of 2021, she called and left me a message. That message I sent you, I don't know if you listened to it, but it's you see her. She's so desperate that the cop went there and just basically was, torturing her for no damn reason. I think she was trying to find if there's any information. I don't know.
So the skinny one like you, are the Chubby one?
The whole family likes me. I think the grandmother's in love with me. I think they all like because I like making jokes and having fun.
And you always help out the family with gifts and things and help out the kids. You give the kids them gift also? No.
I was never able to because I was in jail and the cops must have given
No,
it to
before.
Oh, no, usually what I would do is I would do things for the families, like special. I would probably did some things like a couple times I went to KFC and bought a big bucket of chicken with everything. And because I only have a motorcycle, so I can only, navigate so much. But I had saddlebags. It was pretty much a touring bike. So I ended up filling, back in chicken and went to the house and fed the whole family. Sometimes I would bring stuff like, they would call me, maybe, they needed cooking oil or whatever. So I bring stuff, or sometimes I bring cooked food and put it in the saddlebags and bring it up. I was over there probably a couple times a day, a couple times a week and stop and buy.
Oh, so you help them out. You always help them out. Help out the mama, help out the skinny and fatty.
Much money. There was 10 people living in the house and only her working, and she was only making like $7,000 a week. So I'm like, how the heck do you afford that? I spend more than that for lunch. So I was like, I felt bad for her. So I was, liked her, and she took care of me. So I was like, I didn't find a problem. And what's funny is my buddy lives like right the next yard, like the next little street, like where they live. It's like right around back. So my buddy Mikey, who has a welding shop I told you about. So actually, my buddy took me to his family for Christmas. This past Christmas, he took me down to his family's out towards Westmoreland, heading towards south. But I have a few really close, really good friends, and but it's just really bad. Years ago it was so much better. Now it's like you can't turn around with everybody trying to scam you.
Yeah.
I've been robbed.
So okay.
So many times this time.
So your wife, you get robbed in Jamaica? You're married to somebody and them rob you? Before?
I married a girl. I married a girl in 2016, right? I got her to America like December 2018. She left me within 2 months, I think. As soon as she got her green card and her social security card, she's gone. She already had a Jamaican boyfriend in U.S. I don't know where she is.
Okay,
my mom called.
Yes.
My mom said she called, like, now it's like this March, so she called back in January, I think. February, yeah, because I called my mom in February, so she said she called last month. So she called in January, and my mom, she was asking about me, and my mom so told her that, yeah, he don't live here, and she hung up. But she goes, yeah, your wife called. But I've been trying to get divorced from her for like over 2 years. I hired this lawyer that it doesn't do any work. She told me.
Where you meet her? Where you meet your wife?
I came here back in 2014, and I rented a car and drove around the island and got lost, basically. I mean, I went through Brownstown and went through Goat Pass, and I ended up in Maypen, and then ended up in Old Harbor, and I ended up at this cool little restaurant. I forget the name of it, but it was really nice, good food. The owner is really sweet, and it was at a good time. And anyway, one of the guys says, yeah, there's no real place to stay here, but he found me a place called Pee-wee, and so I got married. We used Pee-wee. It was a nice little place. It's got a pool and a bar, and, nice facility. So we ended up. We had a big ass wedding, which I only know one of my sons.
So where you meet her? Down there in that place?
Yeah, it was actually I ended up met her family because I guess her sister had because I can't cook, so I ended up going to the market back then, and then getting some bananas and pineapple stuff like that to eat, and then I was talking to somebody. They asked my name, so my name here it was Romeo, right? Also, you looking for Julia, and they hooked me. They introduced me to her sister, basically, and she was.
So which school she was going at the time? Which school she was going at the time? Juliet. You are Romeo.
Yeah, she says she was going to introduce me to Julia, and she looked awful. I mean, she looked terrible. Yeah. She had chicken pox. She was wicked tall, though. I remember she's really tall.
Yes.
Like, 6 foot tall, but very beautiful girl. But she just looked terrible because she had chicken pox everywhere. So anyway,
she was going to school still. She going to college or school?
I think she was. Yeah, she was in college. So I ended
which school she was going? Which school? What's the name of the school?
She was I don't know. One was in Maypen. She was going for a nursing school in Maypen. Don't know the name of it.
No, before Mobay. Which school she was to when you meet her in Maypen? Maypen is
she was going to school. She lived in Old Harbor, but she's going to school in college in Maypen, and then she went. So the next college was
not before the college. Not just say our school. It's a co-ed school, like boy and girl.
Yeah, then I put her to another college that was in, Spanish Town. She went to a college in Spanish Town.
What's the name of that school? Remember?
Prestigious or something. I remember something with a P, I think, or something like that. I see it on the news every once in a while. They've got a bunch of them. There's one like in Kingston. There's one.
Okay. After she leave the government, when you meet her now, before she leave the government school, right? After she leave that, you send her back to a different school.
Yeah, I sent her to a different school. So I sent her to college. I was paying all the tabs and everything. And then in 2016, I married her. July of 2024, I think, 2016. And then, of course, I had to go back and work and stuff. And so all I did was send her money. And we built
because
2 out of 1. And we built a place in Spanish Town because she was going to school in Spanish Town. So we built this, and then, which was on family land. And then I built her another place in Old Harbor. I added on to the family's house, which is a little shack. And I bought all this block and steel and concrete and everything, and we hired a contractor and built this indoor bathroom because they had a little hut for a bathroom and a little hut for a shower. And so I go, yeah, I can't live here. So then we built a custom bathroom, indoor bathroom, a nice big bedroom, and a hallway that connected to the house. And then I bought more, but before I left, I bought a whole couple truckloads of blocks and a whole truckload of steel. And then I ended up leaving. And because I was planning on just, basically tearing the whole house down and building a nice building and put a second, and then I'd give the first floor to the whole family, and I would build a second floor. But it ended up, as soon as she got home, she had different plans. It was just, as soon as she got to America, love faded away, and I wanted to divorce.
So tell me something. So, all right, when she's younger, you're easier, can talk to her. How old was her boyfriend? You don't know about him.
I don't know. I only saw him one time, I think. He looks like a little scrawny little guy. I saw him. He was probably like 40, 50 feet away. So I don't know. He's
maybe 20. Jamaican. Maybe him like 20.
Yeah, he was probably in his younger 20s. Yeah.
Like
so
21, 20. Okay.
Yeah. He drove. He drove a white SUV. That's all I know.
Okay.
But
she ended up with him same way, or she waited when you married and everything.
I've never seen her again. Once she left, I've never seen her again. She left. Last I saw her, I think, was in maybe April. And at first, I know she moved to Hartford, Connecticut. And then the last I heard, she moved to Worcester, Mass. So
So you don't know if she getting the babies by this. How old is she now? She reached 25 by this 23.
I forget now. She's in her early 30s at this
early 30s now. Cause that time now.
But I haven't seen her. I haven't talked to her. My mom is the last one to say anything to her.
Well, you don't see her for your time.
No, I've never seen her ever again. I've never seen her. I don't even know how to get in touch with her. I don't know nothing. So I came here because all the paperwork's here. So I hired this Laverne Walters, which is actually, she's just useless. You never see her. She never does anything she says she's going to do.
So tell me something though.
2020.
Okay, so all these years, and no fears, you don't see her. But if your wife, you're not functioning, your wife would want to leave you, man, because if she's young, maybe in her teens at the time, and then you cannot function. Or you could have functioned before. Because if you're not functioning, yes.
Well, first, she didn't seem to see a problem with it, but as soon as she got to America, I guess it was, I don't even know. She didn't want me. The whole time, she never wanted me anyway.
So, no, because she was young. She was like, what I'm saying to you.
She already had a plan. Her neighbor got in touch with me and told me the story. They go, the mom and her, they were scamming you to be in, they were just getting
hear this, what I'm saying to you. Because if you have a problem with, in your bedroom, and then she young, just in her teens, and you might have cannot perform something, and then she just want a young boy. That's what you say with the young 20-year-old. All right, okay. Okay.
But she didn't want me, so I'm like, at first it was a little painful, but now I could care less, I was like, whatever. Yeah, it just sucks. But I still can't believe this. You tell me a judge couldn't figure out nobody can kidnap somebody. It's like I got special magical powers that I don't know.
So the judge say you owning her, and you said no, she owning you. She owning from back way, right? So
she was. Because when we left, I didn't know where we were, but we were going down literally a mountain. I swear to God, it was scary for me because at first we didn't even see the damn road, and then we go over this lump, and then it's straight down, and I'm like, and it's not like a little hill. I mean, you go down this road, and there's roads going across the road. So I think there's at least 2 roads going across this road going down, but it's just a mountain. So that's why I call it Crackhead Mountain, because I don't know where the heck it is, but it's some mountain somewhere. The ones that know where it is are the people that are involved.
So when you reach the Crackhead Mountain now, and you bought the dad, and then you have to run in the house, then you spend the money, it make you spend your money, it more if you carry him data. So it's a licky daddy then, right? So him tell you to carry the data. So you reach home by 10 minutes, and then you want to carry her back before curfew, right? You want to carry her back, but you never want
to get her back. But
you want to get her back. Okay.
She was saying she's sick, but it seemed to me like she did not want to sleep with her father, which I can totally get. That's kind of weird, but I don't know. That's why I was, let her use my phone to call her mom to tell her what's going on. Because the kids don't live with their father. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, what's going on? And that's the thing of the police, the infamous Dane Isaac report.
Yes.
Kidnapped her for days.
So how much days? So it's just the night you have her. So hold on. So it's just the night you have off and not for days. It's
It was
just that
just
night.
a few hours.
For a few
It
hours,
was
not
a
for the
few
days.
hours.
Okay. Okay.
And he put in it was days. He wrote, Dane Isaac wrote, now this is the guy I call Minion One, who's a freaking idiot. That's what I think. When this goes down, this cop is going to be the first one going to jail because you stamped your name all over. Because you know why? Because it was a setup and a scam. And whoever Fat Bastard is at least smart enough to not put his name on it.
So you don't get the name from who you call Fat Bastard or nothing. You just.
I think it's R. Fletcher. I think because there's somewhere
R.
on the report
Fletcher.
there's something about it.
So
R.
Fletcher.
Fletcher. So
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's retard.
So you're
Fletcher
supposed because you're lying, you're supposed to have all the names then by this. So it's R. Fletcher.
Yeah, I don't know anybody.
Okay.
All I see is the report. I didn't get
So
the
you see the
report
you see the report
the
from
report.
Sissoko?
Huh?
You get a report, you lie, you get the report from Sissoko because your case going on right now, right?
The case going on, I didn't get the report until I had a court date of November 29th. And on the 28th, I believe it was the day before, the lawyers gave me the infamous Dane Isaac report, right? Which is, I thought Dane Isaac report, because it was written, it was the one saying he was talking to the kid. The only one talking to the kid was Fat Bastard and Lighten the Loafers. And this guy was very, looked like he wrote the report. I go, this can't be Fat Bastard because he's a freaking bumbling idiot. So I go, it must be Lighten the Loafers. But then this guy introduces himself to me back, I think it was in January or December, and I was looking for my bike, and I was at Freeport Jail, because every police department sent me in a giant loop to look for my bike, because other cops told me, the police have your bike, and then another guy said, the police have your bike, and then I go, so I'm looking, and this guy comes out and says, hey, why are you telling everybody I robbed you? And I'm like, it's this short guy, a little shorter than me, and he's pudgy, and I go, well, who the F are you? And then, he was in his red striped uniform, his pants on and stuff, and he's like, I'm Dane Isaac. And then I go, oh, because now I knew that, he's the one that wrote the stupid report. And I go, oh, so you believe that I have magical powers and can kidnap somebody on a motorcycle from a place? I don't know. And I go, where's my stuff then? You know what I'm saying? You did not.
So you don't feel them can, all right. So in your head, when
He
you,
walked away.
hold on. So in your, hold on. So in your head, what you said, they cannot kidnap no one on a motorcycle, right? It cannot happen,
Yeah,
right?
keep your feet and hands are busy. How the heck do you hold somebody? Anyway, if you be on a bike and they don't want, if they lean over, that bike's falling over. It's run by balance. It's like,
yeah, but
so
it run by no, but what them telling you is still, it run by head because you have fear, like like how somebody say, well, keep walking and come on this and you come on this. So sometimes they have fear. So we have to know that, and especially a kid still. But anyway, we could just go around that and continue. All right, so you understand, because when a kid you have fear and you have different things. And me can have a gun and me say, come on. See police, don't move, don't make a sound. You do that, me I go shoot you. So what you think them are gonna do? You have something named fear too. So we're not leave out that, yeah? We live in a world with sensible people, yeah. So yes.
I was there. This guy was
Yes.
on the other side of the house, like near the kitchen, and there's two of these minions, right? The same outfit, the red striped racing pants, right? And they never said anything. The two that were torturing, talking to the kid was that not this guy.
So
when he wrote in the report, he's the one that was talking to her, and that was just a pure utter lie.
So hold on. So you have report that them torturing the kid.
I wrote my report back as soon as I got out of jail. I wrote, and
but them but you know they remember the police have you said 12 of them. So that where you said them torturing the kid.
Only 4 cops came into the house. The rest I could see when I first came in, I saw an army of police. But when the only 4, and that's when the other ones kind of left. So there's 4 that stayed. The 4, there was 2. Racing stripe, I call minions, racing stripe minions, because when they drove me to the police, they were doing like 180 miles an hour. I'm guessing they needed to get their warm donuts. I don't know. But those are the 2 with M16s. One was beating me with it, and the other 2.
So where them beat you with the M16? Where them use the gun butt and beat you?
No, they were taking, he had it straddled around his neck, and he was taking it with his 2 hands, one at one end and one at the other end, and smashing it against, come up to my chest and smashing it against my chest.
So it leaves some mark, it leaves some terrible mark in your chest. You go to doctor for it?
No, it would hurt. It hurt, but it would just bashing me
with an
trying to make me go.
With an M16, and it never mark it, right? It does. Hurt your chest, right?
No, it was more like basically shoving me good. You know,
just a smash.
Me with it,
Just a smash.
smashing
Okay,
my
okay.
chest with it, pushing me along.
You
know,
push it.
Like,
okay.
That hurts, right? Because that's the first time I said, that hurts, right? He was like,
I'm not pushing the one time. My thing is that they're smashing. Okay. Okay.
The other minion, the only thing, he never really said anything, but he grabbed my U.S. phone, which actually just recently got stolen. But he grabbed my U.S. phone and he was looking through it. He was just going through and looking at like banking account stuff. And I go, yeah, it's like he was just going through my phone. I see him going at my banking account, but I
see him
go,
going to your banking account, but your banking account on your phone, the app, you have to sign it in, right? I have to sign in already.
No, on that U.S. phone never left the house, so I never had a lock on that phone except
I'm talking about I have my phone, but it's full of apps, right? So even if it's not locked, you're going to go on the app because I've overseas banking same and everything. So
exactly.
you have to sign in. So that's why I asked you.
Banking app.
Yes. So but you have to sign it in. So you have your code to sign in.
Well, you wouldn't be able to sign in.
Okay.
To this day, I'm locked out of my own account because of that.
Okay, that's what I just want to know. Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You tried getting in, and obviously,
you can't get in. You can't get it. Not even you if you don't remember the code.
Well, these cops, not only they took my money, they took my credit cards and were using my credit cards.
So them get your PIN. You give them your PIN?
No. Well, with the credit card, they got locked off pretty quick, but they were, you don't need a PIN if you're just, because everything, I talked to the credit card company, they said they were using them online and just buying shit. And I go, where were they shipping it to?
Them do that.
Well, if you have the card, you have my license, or have a picture of my license, all the information.
Yeah, so well, you can use the credit card. So them do it online. And you have a credit card, a foreign credit card.
Yeah, they told me both of them got locked off right away.
I have my credit card. I have a lot of credit. I have my credit card with me.
Yeah, I only brought two.
Yeah, but
right?
Two.
And they one I still can't get into. I'm locked out of both cards, but I was able to call one in and tell them I was in jail. So they did send me something showing that they were used. They didn't give me. They'll go, don't worry about all the times they're used. They only sent me the last time it was used and sent it. They'll go, don't worry about all this time. Anytime you were in jail, you didn't use it. So
the credit card, if them take it and use it, they might send it to an address and they might forget. Put the tree number. They might put the tree number, and they might put the address and thing because the credit card it shut it down. You see me? I say?
Yeah, shut down. So they wouldn't tell me. The credit card wouldn't tell me anything. They go, it's fraud.
No, they don't need to sign in, but they will shut it. If you use a credit card that way, I have it. I have the credit card in a Raja, so me know about that. So a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you something with the credit card too. If you leave one place and you go to the next place to use it, they're gonna shut it.
Yeah.
They're gonna shut it. They're not gonna get you. Unless you're a call it in and say it's me. Unless you tell them, That's what I'm asking, man. My good man.
That's what I was asking the judge. The one time I was able to talk, I asked the judge because they're making me stay here. And I go, give me my money back. It's like, and then they throw me in jail. But that's the thing is, the Indicom looked into it. It's like it's so corrupt. It's not funny. They go, you don't exist in this country. They go, you are not here. So it's like, how the hell is that? What does that mean? I don't understand. It must be a loophole that you can beat up and kill a white guy, and it's good. It's okay because he's not technically here. And I just found this out, and I go, I'm wondering if that's why the U.S. Embassy has been refusing to help me.
So U.S. Embassy refused to help you. You wondering if them look on some. If them look on some legal documents with Sosoka or something, why them refuse to help you?
I did not really get in touch with me. A few times they got in touch with me, talked to me. I said, I got evidence. These guys are threatening me and everything. And I can send them the stuff I got. And they never call me back. They go,
so them threatening you? What them threatening and saying? They're calling you're a slave master? That you said?
What?
What them call you a slave master? Says you're a people slave. What you said before? What you said them said before? The police.
Oh, the police, they said they just hate white people, and they I don't know, they just hate us. I don't know, but they want our money, but they hate us. I'm like, I think it's just police, you don't want to work for
so
you.
I remember the police still would say that? More than one of them say that?
I know a few. If I seen them again, I would tell you, because there's some cops that went out of their way.
And cops tell you, and cops in Mobile who love white people so much and protect them and beat up so much black, telling us that they can them beat up black people for them, Them not. Let me tell you something. Me against a lot of Jamaican police because them beat our own people and said stop harass tourists. And we don't know if them are pedophile. We don't know if them are terrorists. We don't know if them are anything like that in the country, but yet still our police step on us and beat us like you're harassing the tourists, you're harassing these people. Them lock off all the beaches from the locals. So, if you hear these cops, wow, saying these things to you, you don't get them name?
No, I remember, I was beaten and said he hated me. One guy actually, I know, Reed was inside the car, he was trying to help me. I was being brought to court, and one cop, I don't know his name, little scrawny, he reminded me of Crackhead Rob, little skinny little piece of crap. He ended up beating the crap out of me and chipped my tooth and broke my glasses in the squad car.
So you have a picture of the glasses? Can you come show me?
Not those. I was away already because I brought like 3 pairs with me. But
yeah, but if him throw it away, no, but you shouldn't throw it away because him break it. And him broke your tooth?
He broke my tooth. I still got a chipped tooth. Yeah, I got a chipped tooth. And then when I get back to the thing, this guy Hudson, which is a bigger guy, nice cop, he's the one that gave me. He got me. I'm sure he got in trouble.
Broke your tooth.
So that means and let me talk to my family.
Him broke your tooth. That means that. So your lip and thing did bust. You show that today.
I remember. I think I had like a heart attack because my chest felt like an alien coming out, and I passed out. I remember being nauseous and passing out. I mean, my chest felt like, I swear, so painful. And then they poured water on my head, dragged me out into the hallway, and this guy Hudson was pacing back and forth, and he says, if I bring you to the hospital, I'll get fired. So it's like they wanted me dead because, like I said, I don't.
So then drag you out to the hallway. So all these marks on your skin, the doctor.
Dungeon cell into the hallway, and I had to sit there for like 4 hours laying on the concrete. It felt like I've been hit by a truck and ran over my chest.
Oh, that time you have heart attack for 4 hours and the heart attack and you pass out and they just keep you in the cell 4 hours.
But Hudson also asked me when I got beat up by that cop and came back. Hudson even asked me, he goes, if it was a fair fight, you kill him, because you think you beat him. And I'm like, I would give him three punches and then I'd kill him. I'm gonna fight this little weasel. But it's like, because anybody can beat up anybody if you're tied up. It's like ridiculous. But yeah, so Hudson knows who this cop is, and so does Officer Reed, who was right beside me. He's a tall, skinny guy. So Hudson was this big, he looked like very healthy, probably 6'3", 200-pound guy. But he was actually nice to me. He did try to help, but I'm sure he got in trouble for helping me. I'm positive.
He get trouble for helping you. Jamaican police have I can tell you something. Well, them police are different because Jamaican police have a tendency to beat locals, and them not care who, whether them whether people racist, pedophile, whether molesters, whether serial killers, they back these people. So when we hear these police do this, them police are special because them doing that and attacking you. But these police attack Jamaicans. You understand? So it cannot be.
They beat. I just heard a few just a couple months ago. These cops. I saw this brown suit guy on TV talking about this supposed criminal, right? They went into this thing because supposedly he supposedly shot somebody, supposedly, right? But they go in to go get him, and they shoot him in front of his whole family, unarmed, don't know what's going on. And then the brown suit guy says he was criminal. It's like, don't let's look like criminals. That brown suit. You went in and murdered some guy, and now you're calling him a bad guy, and you don't have any proof. Except somebody might have saw him, maybe. It's like, how is that? And you murdered him. It's like,
you know what?
There was no justice there.
All right.
It was on TV a few months ago.
Okay, you know what? I need you to. I'm gonna talk back to you again. Come here. I'll follow up your case. When your case gonna call up? When the case gonna call up?
Was it? This is what is this? This is March, April, May 10th.
Okay. So the judge would order you to keep away from Fatty. What her name is? Chubby. Them order you to keep away from Chubby and her mom?
I have not seen. She's still in some sort of kid jail herself. Her family don't even see her. So she's been over since January, since December, Christmas Eve. She's been detained for something that never happened.
So hold on. So you sure that she detained? You sure? Cause you don't see her. You sure?
Yes, her family is she's in some sort of bad girl school.
Bad girl.
Bad kids.
Okay.
Bad kids.
So you know that? Oh, you know that? You sure? Our family tell you that? We learn some. Yeah, all right. No, you can hear? All right, gone. Okay. I can follow up on that one, you know. Follow up on that one, yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah? You see me, I say? So when we there, we just there for just dissect and we are say, you know, some things I ask and I repeat. You know, and I ask a lot of questions. But me have to ask a lot of questions, you know. Because our police have a tendency, you know, say, well, Jamaican, you know, you harass tourists or you harass these people and you get beat up all the time. You can't go up on your beach and anything. And me, I say, you know, every country think about them think and protect them own. You see me, I say? Yeah, man. My close up case, you know, eyes on the file. I just mean that words talk for me. You understand? From my close case. So, you see me, I say? You know, them letting anybody was ship and everything, and then our police just harass our people them all the time. I mean, I say, you know, sometimes in Jamaica, we let in a lot of bad people. And that's true. We don't know who coming into the shore. You understand? We don't know. Sometimes you can't have anybody that's come and pose as what, and that's it. You understand? Too much trafficking in Jamaica. A lot of human trafficking go on in Jamaica too, you know. Straight up, you know. Yeah, man. Saying? Yeah, man. We answer, man. Yeah, man. You see me, I say? Yeah, man. A lot of human trafficking go on in Jamaica. You see me, I say? Yeah, man. No, man, me easy, no, because me can just, let me tell you this, you see me? Very diplomatic. So me can just say something to you, but when me say something to you, when you give me an answer, you answer everything what me I say. And me can give you in a kind of way. Waiting, you want to put a judge in front of me and sit in front of me? That is, I can rip the judge apart, man. Done, verdict done. It's close. Me there, you know. Eyes on the fire. Soon get attack, yeah? Yeah, man. Soon knock you up. Blessed, yeah? I want that dangerous. Hey, let me tell you before me even run out, you know, but hear this now. Let me just play about this again. Hear you much money? $500 million. For where I go on? For feed prisoner.
Who want that now, yeah?
Jesus.
So this is the prison food.
Hey, but you see all this things say you toilet, you know. You have flush it out for flush, you know. I know some bad thing where you see the little maga to a back pan. Them ain't no food. Them have food.
And this are the banana.
See banana them there.
They eat, yeah? Alright? Yeah, man. This are today. Yeah, man, this are today.
Jesus, sweet
so these are the 500 million. $500 million we spend. Seafood there. So me I show it.
Which one that, man?
No worries. No worries, no sell. Me soon show it. Alright? Cool.
Yeah, man. That are 2 day prison. That are 2 day. Me I show them where them cook 2 day. The man say about Mr. Lonesome, but oh, you're off, so. Yeah, man. Because me I do serious thing. I want to change the world, man. But you have to start and clean from where you are first, you know. Yeah? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So see the virgin, yeah? See him there? You see him good? You see him there? Yeah, man. And I see him, he made us talk to the quiet. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So in case, when they hear the case already and everything, so I see him. He said them, I tell him, say them not like, the police, them I say them not like. I want thing with Jamaica police, you know, him say that. But if you go to Jamaica police, them beat people like us. Now, I mean, Them sing them out of order and all depend I threaten me loans I call him enemy of the state, like the liquor hermaphrodite. I'm telling me a businessman, so make sure if you see me a drive, come in a break, stoplight, me not do things and things, but me carry things with me, me carry a lot of cash and them things, because me a businessman. So if you approach me, me unapproachable, me I think say you rob me. And that is not gonna be a pretty side. So don't approach me. Okay, you can't approach me and you're not friend, you know. I'm here, you're not doing a business. So you can't approach me and tell me say you're police. You understand? Or you just approach me like so me just give a clear warning. You understand? That's not gonna be pretty. And we're not going to allow no one to come and rob me like that. No. Very, very hard. Same? So you're a criminal, keep it to yourself. You're a hermaphrodite. Keep that to yourself. You understand? So me don't know, as I said before, me don't know the police really that threaten people like that. Especially Mobiek. I know so them love, you know, tourists and love mix up and love the money and everything. But him say, you know, and then them no want help him and thing. But me ask some question, and very important. Fathers, oh, you tell a man to carry your daughter and carry her up back and give a present. How you forget lock up to man? Yeah? Me don't want to go night because me done with them now. You see me I say? And by the way, brethren, you're the last, I don't know where you go, but it take 10 minutes to reach back your home. 10 minutes. Go off a deal. 10. That me just leave down the hill. Okay. I couldn't find up on the hill and don't know his way. Okay, if you live 10 minutes away, that means your eye can just show you. Can your eye see far, you know? As long as you don't have something for go over, if not ill, if you see the sun and them say 93 million miles from the earth and 93 million miles that you look on, can you see the sun same time? And if you say 250,000 miles, the moon and the moon you look on same time, you see the sun and then you see some star even farther than the sun. You see it. As you just look up, you see it. This is how far and you can see. And why you can't see some land right across the sea because the earth not flat. If it is flat, you could have see these things, you'd have see them. You understand? Say I see far 10 minutes to reach from half of the Cork Hill, you know, Jugs Hill for reach down. You understand? See, some parents who got prison still, you know. You understand? Yeah, man. Some parents who got prison. So, you know, me just start and when me don't talk, that's up. Me up. You see me I say? Yeah, man, me up. Case don't try, case close. My close case too, you know. Nobody feel no way, my close case. See? Yeah, man. You hear my close case? Case close. Yeah, man. My close case long time, man. My thing them, you know. Eyes on the file, you know, my style, you know. Hey, right now, University of the West Indies and some other place, I study alone some style and I say, hey, no, man, but my style is not a thing we can study. We can take it in all kind of ways, you know. You see me, I say? You see? Yeah, man, I can't take it in all kind of ways. I can't study my style, man. I'm full of style. Yes, I. Yeah, man. It's unbelievable, eyes on the file. Unbelievable. You see? Yeah, man. You with them want to study my style, man. You can't catch my style, man. Hey, me need with my style, you know. Me can't just come out blatant with something and me can't just cool and relax. I'm going to ask question like a judge, but me go round with the judge asks. Saying? And everything I'm going to ask, it tell me something different, you know, because I can't just start like that, you know. You understand? And I can't see two things, man. Unbelievable. You understand? Me don't talk. But as I said before, yeah, man, we ask, man, my case. Me wrap up my case and my case done. We are talking about two top ranking. Me I have family, man. You talk about nothing around here. You talk about $2,000. You have to talk about, you know, a millionaire. You can't talk about century of them time top ranking. You see me, I said, no, man. You know, talk about 2 century and them thing. You have to talk about 2 millennia or something. You have to talk something where it's worth wild top ranking. Yeah, you see me, I say? Yeah, man, it have to worth wild, man. You have to do it like, you know, when you go back now, like when you find back dinosaur. But when you talk about top ranking, you have to go in a 2,000 now up, man. Not in a 200, nothing about your top ranking. No, man. You see me, I say? Yeah, man, the thing have up, you know. Where you say eyes on the file, eh? Me not have nothing name 100 in me right now, you know. Not at all. Nothing. Me never think about that. You see me I say? Yes, man. Okay. You just say, okay, cool. You see me I say? Me not have nothing like that. My thing, we out there, so. Now the galaxy. We are talking about top ranking, man. Eyes on the file, I know what we think, man. We don't talk. Me there, you know. Me up. And so we have to keep it real, you know. We have to keep it real. We no business, we keep it real. Up, big up. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Big up on yourself, you know. Yeah, man. Up. Me there. Bless up, yeah. Up. Later. Bless.